Welcome back to Film Gob everyone, it's Shaker here and it's time for my review of Deadpool 2, which I watched this afternoon. This is a spoiler review, so if you've not seen the film, save this video for later and come back check it out. But yeah, Deadpool 2, I was hearing how this is better than the first from people who said they didn't like the first film, so that was a bit odd, right? If you didn't like the first film, I don't think there's anything in the sequel that's going to change your mind about this franchise. The humour's pretty much the same. There's some good moments, some laugh out loud moments. My main problem was Morena Baccarin's character Vanessa. They kill her in the first act of the film, and then that affects the whole film. And in the post-credit scene, or mid-credit scene, they undo all of that. I'll get to that in a minute, right? Or later on in the video. So basically, you've got Deadpool. He's at home with Vanessa, and it turns out she's pregnant, or she will be pregnant. I think they're trying, and the bad guys burst into their apartment. Deadpool kills all the guys except one, and just before he can kill him, he shoots a gun. The bad guy shoots, and the bullet catches Vanessa. She's dead. She was being saved in the first film, damsel in distress and all that. And here she is, dead in the first act. And for the rest of the film, you've got Deadpool, kind of traveling to this afterlife, seeing her as an afterlife angel, ghost, whatever. And it just kind of slows the film down. It's kind of, I was like, what is going on in this film? I did like the opening credits, because after she dies, they have this James Bond style opening credits, I think with the Celine Dion song. I'm not sure. So that was cool, and you've got all the titles, what written by what's going on, they killed her, what the hell, stuff like that. But like I say, for the rest of the film, you've got Deadpool going back and forward between this kind of afterlife and getting kind of clues from Vanessa what he should do. And then at the end of the film, he just uses, you think, okay, that's her dead and she's not coming back. And at that point you're like, okay, this is a bit weird. And then in the mid-credit scene, he takes Cable's time travel device and he just goes back and undoes it. He saves her. So she'll be back in the sequel. If they make another sequel, she'll be back. So all the kind of slow parts of the film, the kind of emotional and heartfelt stuff, that kind of dark beginning where she dies, all that just a waste of time. And also the ending where Deadpool is kind of supposedly he's dying, and he's got all the other people, the X-Force with him, and the scene just drags on. And I know it's supposed to be funny. He's like, oh, the Academy's watching, I need to put in a performance here. It was like the second half of the third act is all that scene of him dying, talking to each member of the X-Force, and then just so you think he's dead, oh no, I've got more to say, and just when you think he's dead, oh, I've got more to say. So yeah, Morena Baccarin, a bit wasted. She's talking about how she wants to play a DC character. I don't know, Warner Brothers, you could sign her up. I'm sure you can give her something better to do than being an afterlife ghost. So let's talk about the other characters. Julian Dennison, who plays Russell. He's the wee fat kid from Taika Waititi's film. I can't remember the name of it. And just like in that film, he was kind of talking about being gangster and Tupac references. He's doing the same thing here in the film. So he's just kind of more of Julian Dennison. If you like him, then sure. So the story is Cable's came back in time and he needs to kill the boy, because if he doesn't, then he'll get a taste for killing. This wee boy will get a taste for killing, and then he'll kill the wrong people in the future or something like that, and he ends up killing Cable's family. So, you know, Cable, Josh Brolin, he plays it well. Like he does have his own kind of comedic lines, which I felt were, I don't like him saying things like, oh, dubstep is for pussies. Like, why is he saying that like that? I mean, because Deadpool, he mentions something about dubstep earlier. Bhupinder's back, the cab driver. And now he's got a job with TJ Miller in the bar. He's helping out there because they think that him helping out at the bar is good practice before he can become a superhero. Zazie Beetz, pretty good. She's pretty good in this as Domino. Terry Crews, Bedlam. Zeitgeist, played by Bill Skarsgård. Shatterstar, played by Louis Tan. These guys, who are supposed to make up X-Force, you know, the scene, you've probably seen it in the trailers, they jump out of the plane with parachutes, and the joke is they all die as they're landing, right? So that kind of takes away any potential awesome action scenes that we're going to see. So that was kind of wasted opportunity. Those actors, those characters, gone like that. The Vanisher, which is someone who's invisible, so you don't see them. You see a parachute jumping out of the airplane, and you think, oh, is it someone? Because at first you get introduced and you don't know if they're there or not, and then later you see the parachute jumping out. And then he gets electrocuted. Oh, I think something happens. They get electrocuted, and his Brad Pitt's face pops up. That's a cameo. I mean, you could have taken. I don't know if he filmed that, or if they just took his face from something else and put it in there. But it was kind of a, you know, blink and you miss it kind of scene. So that was Brad Pitt's cameo. You know, Colossus is back. He brings Deadpool to the X-Men's mansion. Tries to help him, tries to say, you know, you should be one of us. And they're arguing in the corridor. A brief cameo from the other X-Men, right? So you've got the Colossus and Deadpool, they're arguing. And then Beast, he's in a room with James McAvoy's professor. I think Cyclops was in there. And they're all in this room, and Beast just comes over and he closes the door because you could hear them arguing, so he just closes it. I was like, okay, but it was kind of green screen, because I don't think they were actually there with Ryan Reynolds and whoever else was playing Colossus. They must have shot it separately, and it looked very green screeny, so it was a bit weird. So that was the X-Men cameo. The big surprise, Juggernaut. I'm disappointed they never got Vinnie Jones back. It would have been funny. Instead, you've got another kind of CGI big. It looked okay, right? So Juggernaut, he kind of teams up with the young kid, because the kid, Julian Dennison's Russell, he wants to kill the head of the orphanage where all the mutants are being tortured. Juggernaut has a big battle with Colossus. Deadpool says that, yeah, big CGI battle coming up. To be honest, I thought the first film is better than this in every way. People say this one is more heartfelt and the action is better and the jokes are better. I didn't get that. The battle towards the end of the first film was way better than this. So Negasonic Teenage Warhead, you know, she's in this with Yukio, who's kind of like the Mantis, you know, like Mantis, who's just there in the Infinity War just for looking cute and funny. And Yukio is the exact same. I was like, what the hell? She's in like 3 scenes, and all she does is say hi to Deadpool. Hi. Like, what the There are some good kind of slow motion action scenes where, especially, you know, towards the end, where You've got Cable, he wants to kill the boy, he shoots the gun, and Deadpool kind of gets in the way of the bullet. That scene, the song choices in those kind of slow motion scenes are quite good. If you remember the most recent Fast and Furious film, where all the cars, our self-driving cars, get hacked, and it's kind of a CGI cars going through the streets and crashing into each other. This kind of reminded me of that, the scene where Josh Brolin is after the kid, and the kid's on this kind of vehicle with all these other prisoners in the vehicle, and yeah, it's crashing into cars. And so overall, Morena Baccarin, her character's wasted, and then that affects the rest of the film. Ryan Reynolds is great as always, it's awesome. Zazie Beetz is fantastic. Josh Brolin as Cable was fine. Julian Dennison, he was okay. The cameos, you know, the kind of big surprises, the X-Men cameo, the Brad Pitt cameo, Juggernaut, they were so-and-so. A supporting cast like Terry Crews, Bill Skarsgård, kind of wasted potential. So I would give Deadpool 2 a 3 out of 5. It's kind of average. I'm in no kind of rush to watch it again. I think I enjoyed myself enough. It was funny. Sure, it was another Deadpool film, but kind of a step back from the first, I thought. I'm still wondering what that Disney joke must have been for, you know, Fox to cut the joke out of the film. Wondering what that was all about. And apparently there was a you know, Deadpool going back to kill baby Hitler as a post-credit scene that was written, but it wasn't filmed, I don't think, or it was filmed and it wasn't. I stayed all the way till the end of the credits expecting to see that scene, because when the film ended, I had a look on my phone. I said, you know, Deadpool 2 post-credit scene. Some website mentioned that there was a post-credit scene. I waited, nothing. So everyone was kind of disappointed, confused. So guys, let me know in the comments below what you thought about Deadpool 2. Are you with the critics? Do you think it's better than the first? You know, is it funnier than the first? I didn't think it was, but you can let me know in the comments. Click that like button, share, and of course subscribe. Remember to click on the bell icon. If you go to my homepage or here on YouTube, click on that bell icon and you get notified when there's a new video. So, I'm Shaker, and I'll catch you next time.